This is the Biz Call.
Question 1. What's your name?
My name's PaulWilke.
Question 2. What's the name of your business?
A company called WalkingDuck.
Question number 3. Describe your business in a couple of sentences.
We're a digital news startup trying to find the best in journalism, but also fix the broken journalism model by offering services that feature journalistic excellence, but also offer that same level of expertise to businesses as well.
You know, I'm going to kind of go with a 3A here because I hear a lot of people complaining about journalism really having to fade and being too opinionated. Is your aim to try and alleviate that?
Yes, in a way. One of the things we're trying to do is highlight fair and accurate reporting, recognizing there is inherent bias in a lot of what's reporting, but if you present both the biases together, the reader can decide what matters and what's relevant, but also recognizing that readers are in their own bubble. They don't always go beyond the news outlets that they're reading on a day-to-day basis. We're trying to broaden those horizons.
Excellent. Okay. Question 4. What's your revenue model?
It is advertising plus our B2B services.
Okay.
And if I can elaborate for a second?
Absolutely.
Okay, sure. So the reason we do that sort of that advertising slash B2B business, the services we offer to businesses, is because the journalistic business money model is broken. No one's fixed it yet, and what we're trying to do is take what's working in the news business and trying to enhance it in a way no one's really done it before.
Okay. Question 5. Are you brick and mortar, online, or both?
We're online and virtual,
okay,
or virtually remote.
All right. Question 6, and this is a big, meaty one. How did you decide to get into this business?
It came out of the pandemic. We were actually, just before the pandemic broke out, this was something I'd been passionate about. I'm an ex-journalist. I was an ex-journalist before I got back into it again, but realized that, again, the journalism world is broken right now, not because of journalism itself, but because of the partisanship of the U.S. right now. And I wanted to figure out a way to bridge that gap, but also make it easy for the reader to access the news that they need now.
So you were in journalism prior to this venture?
Prior to that, I was in PR. So originally, I started out as a journalist. Then I went into the PR world for 25 years, and then came back into journalism.
Okay. Question 7. Why would customers choose you over your competition?
We're doing something that no one else is doing, recognizing that there's out there that you need, and there's news out there that you might just sort of access. So, for example, at WalkingDuck, you're not going to see something about the Kardashians. You're going to see, on our website, the news that we curate are sort of the 10 biggest stories of the day. What are the things that everyone's talking about or everyone needs to know, whether it's what's going on in the Biden administration or what's going on in tech or the economy or whatever. These are the stories that you're going to need to know more day in, day out.
Okay. Question 8. If you have one, what's the exit strategy or long-term goal here?
The long-term goal is to make sure that we continue to deliver accurate news in a way that people can best absorb it. So we're just scratching the surface right now with the website, but we're going to be expanding to newsletters, podcasts, video interviews, and I think as the technology allows, we're going to expand because people want to absorb news the way they want to absorb it. Some people like to read, some people like to listen, some people like to watch. And if we can meet the viewers and the readers on all those different channels will be successful.
Okay. Question 9. What are you doing now to increase your business?
We're talking to a lot of people like you. We're actively promoting WalkingDuck on a variety of newsletters and podcasts, and we're opening up our promotional efforts across the web and via email.
Okay, question 10. How do you measure your marketing success?
Mostly by who's reading our website, and also what kind of traction we're getting on social media.
Okay, can you elaborate a little more on that? Is that like visits to the website, length of visit, subscribers, likes?
Yeah, sure. So what we're on the website front, we're really looking at, how many people go there, stay on there for, more than 2 minutes. We don't expect people to stay on our site long, but we do expect them to sort of read the news that we curate. So if we see that people are going there and clicking on the articles that we've curated, that's a success. On the social media side, one of the things that we do is every morning we highlight, these are the great stories that people are writing, and we'll name check those reporters. So if people retweet that, or people have a conversation on Twitter about what we've highlighted, that's a success for us, because again, we're opening eyes and hopefully opening minds.
Good. Question 11 can be yes or no. Are you profitable?
No.
Okay. Question 12. How many employees do you have?
We have 8 employees across the U.S.
Okay. Questions 13 and 14. 2 sides of the same coin. Okay. So far,
okay.
What's been the best decision you've made?
Best decision we made was to offer up Zoom webinar let me restart again. Sorry, Rob. The best thing we decided to do early on in the pandemic was to figure out how to utilize Zoom as a video platform in a way that we could produce Zoom webinars. We produce a weekly TV show based on Zoom. It sounds easier than it is, because no one's really cracked the code on how to get really good quality out of an online video call.
Cool. Question 14, other side. What's been the worst decision you've made so far?
The worst decision was to not highlight our ability to produce Zoom calls in a way that are viewable sooner. This was something that early on that, I don't think anyone realized how much we were going to rely on video conferencing. And we figured it out quickly, but I wish we'd figured it out sooner.
Okay. All right. Question 15. This is where you can freeball it. Is there anything you'd add?
Yeah, I think what makes us unique is we're the only company that produces a weekly news show that airs on a news network that offers opinions from real people. Each week we have a show we call Focus Group. It airs on Newsmax, and it's the only show on TV anywhere that takes 4 Trump voters, 4 Biden voters to talk about the issues of today. It could air anywhere right now, and it would be interesting. It's fascinating because you're hearing not only real opinions, but you're hearing the talking points that people are absorbing through the media. It's a fascinating study in sociology that no one's really talking about, because at the surface it's just people talking about the issues, but at a deeper level, it's fascinating in seeing and witnessing firsthand how people are absorbing the news they read on a daily basis.
See, now that sounds fascinating. That sounds really interesting. I don't think anybody actually, everybody talks about, let's bring people together, but you're actually doing it.
We're doing it. Yeah, it's, I love it. And, off the record here, I wish we were on a wider viewed network than Newsmax because, this is something people on the left and the right should see. And
Yeah,
the
it
fact
sounds like that.
Yeah, and we get a kick out of doing it every week because every week it's something different, and you sort of see who absorbs the talking points from whether it's MSNBC or Fox News and who's regurgitating, but then also who's providing sort of natural, unfiltered opinions on things.
Very good. Okay, so one more time, slowly, the name of the business and your URL.
We are Walking Duck, and the URL is WalkingDuck.com, just as it's spelled, WalkingDuck.com.
If you'd like to plug your business on the BizCall podcast, simply visit thebizcall.com and fill out the form. If you become a guest, you'll receive a free lifetime membership to the BizCall discussion and networking list. If you're too shy, you can still join the BizCall list at thebizcall.com.